Hello folks, welcome to another video. Doing a follow-up today on the Altra Olympus 5. I did a video a little while ago comparing the Olympus 5s and the Lone Peaks that I had, and basically saying why I transitioned from the Lone Peaks to the Olympus. So I've actually had two pairs of Olympus 5s now. These orange ones have done about 80 miles on the Yorkshire World's Way. They've done 175 miles-ish on the GR10 in the French Pyrenees. They've done about 90 miles on the Cleveland Way in North Yorkshire. And they've also done a lot of weeks for my work, which I'm a postman, a mailman, so I walk roughly 60 to 70 miles a week. And I've been using these for a good couple of months. I enjoyed using them so much for work that I bought a second pair to use for work as well. So these orange ones, basically, how have they held up? I've had them for about a year. And as I say, adding together all the mileages, I'm guessing it's somewhere between 6, probably heading up towards the 800 mile mark that I've got out of these, which is pretty good for a shoe like this, I've got to admit. And I'm actually surprised how well they've held up. I wouldn't use these for a long distance anymore because they are nowhere near as comfortable as they used to be. But how have they held up? Well, you can see on the side here where this venting is in the mesh upper, it's just starting to tear along the bottom there. And it just looks like it's possibly starting to do a similar thing at this side here as well. You can actually see it better on this shoe where it has completely torn through there. And I only noticed that the last time I put these on, a few weeks ago. That's how much notice I take of things. The toe bumper is still glued onto the front, and it looks like it's going to separate out at any moment, but nope, it's still glued on there. There is a large gaping chasm on the heel tab there, which must be my funny ankles. And then on the interior, I don't know if you'll be able to make it out, but on the interior at both sides of the heel, I've worn it through. I think actually you can see it better on this black one. You can see this huge hole down here that's worn right through the inner to the outer. So that is the same, that's just the way my feet roll. There is also a weird piece of wear just on the top here. You can make that out. It's worn right through the top there, but it's not done it on this side, which is kind of odd. So for the most part, the uppers have actually done pretty well over all that time. The soles, however, I guess they've held up pretty well. This orange kind of foamy material, that's had a good battering basically. I think that the rocky terrain and the more trail conditions will give this a bit more of a battering. As you can possibly see, if I try and show you how much traction's left on, there's plenty of traction here at the front on these Vibram pieces, but when you get to the ball of my foot there, it's pretty much flattened out, and also on the heel here, it's flattening out. That is the same, I believe, for both shoes as well. Another problem that I've found with the Olympus 5s is these Vibram inserts, because the entire sole isn't Vibram, it's only got Vibram inserts. What's happening is these Vibram inserts are separating away from the sole. Now, I would expect that after, 500 or 800 miles or so, like I've said that these have done. But this black pair, they actually started doing it not long after I bought them, to be honest with you. I mean, you can see there, one of them is coming out, and it always seems to be these front inserts as well. Again, you can see on this black pair that the grips have really ground down, and that's because I've been using this pair for work. I'm a postman, as I say. I walk 60-70 miles a week. I work 6 days a week. And because I've been using them just on pavements and roads, basically, it's taken the grip down a lot faster than you would expect if you were just using it for trail running or trail walking. The other thing to note is that because I've been using them for work, I've noticed that I have been getting some lower leg pain, and I think this is attributed to the zero drop of the shoes. I've never paid much attention in the past, but I've been doing a bit of reading up online recently, and zero and low drop shoes apparently put more strain on your lower leg, i.e. your ankle and your Achilles, whereas a shoe with a higher heel drop, so we're saying kind of like 8mm to 10mm maybe, they actually put more strain on your knees and your upper legs. So that was interesting. I didn't know that. So what I'd found was, because I've been using these all day every day for work, I was coming home and at the end of the day I was having really tight calves, like to the point where it's getting quite painful. So for the time being I've stopped using Altras, and I've been using just an old pair of New Balance trainers that I had for work, and I've not noticed the lower leg pain that I've had with the Altras. So I've been looking for an alternative to the Olympus 5s basically. I tried some Hoka Speedgoat 5s and found that they were way too narrow for me, especially in the toe box. The toe box is almost pointed. It's ridiculous. Coming from an Altra with this wide hammerhead toe box to the Speedgoat, which is really pointed in. So the Hoka Speedgoat 5s, I found them too narrow, especially in the toe box. And I have since ordered myself a pair of Brooks Cascadia, or if you're posh, Cascadia 17s, which I believe are pretty new out on the market at the time of making this video, July 23. So I'm looking forward to trying the Brooks Cascadias. I know there was a lot of good reviews of the Cascadia 16s, the previous model, so pretty excited to try them out. And there will no doubt be another video due when I've had them on and tried them. So yeah, that is how the Altras have been wearing. That's just the quick update. I'd love to know what you're hiking at the moment as well. Might be a good idea for me to try some out. So yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. Thanks for watching, and happy trails.